They had a pleasant interview recently, but now there's a beef brewing between Colby and MMA Guru.
Excuses and I need to fight more. MMA Guru said I'm making excuses and I need to fight more. Who is he that he's never been in a fight? He's losing a 10-8 battle to diabetes, so he should go eat better and win that fight before talking about a real professional fighter who's achieved everything in the sport. So facts and facts. There's no excuses. I showed up on short notice. I didn't train. What do you want? That's not an excuse. That's the facts. That's the truth.
Okay, Colby, you have a choice to make. It doesn't have to be this way. You're my hero, the reason I started my channel in 2018. Do not make me do what I'm capable of. I know too much already, and I can know a lot more. I've made a warm-up, but we have 3 weeks off. Unite to destroy Ian Gary, or enter beef you're not ready for. Call it.
Call it. Call it.
Prates reposted this image of him fighting Leon Edwards and says soon it could be a possibility UFC was even willing to have Prates fight Rakhmonov when Bilal pulled out. Prates had a hell of a year this year, going 4-0 in the UFC. Charles Johnson also went 4-0, as well as Joaquin Buckley, who also went 4-0 this year in the UFC. It's the left hand of Prates that's killing all these guys, but he mixed it up against Charles Radke with a left knee to the body that put him away. Former UFC light heavyweight title challenger Ovin St. Preux is signed with the GFL. OSP lost his last fight to Ryan Spann in October, and after that was removed from the UFC roster. Spann's moving up to heavyweight to take on Waldo Cortez da Costa March 15. Merab working his takedown defense a lot for this camp. Umar lands about 4 takedowns per 15-minute fight, and his takedown accuracy is 50%. Merab stops 80% of the takedowns attempted on him. Umar Nurmagomedov is a 3-1 favorite to beat Merab in that fight. Islam Makhachev is almost a 4-1 favorite to beat Arman Tsarukyan in the main event. Biggest favorite on that card is Peyton Talbot, who's an 11-1 favorite over Ione Barcelos. Peyton is 9-0, 7 KOs, including 1 in 19 seconds in his last fight. Barcelos has fought 14 more fights than Talbot and has fought better competition like Umar Nurmagomedov, Kyler Phillips, Chris Gutierrez, and Said Nurmagomedov. Drake says Nate Diaz is his favorite fighter because despite the money and the wins, he hasn't changed at all, which is true. None of that stuff has changed. He's the same guy he was when he first started. On the other hand, some may argue that's a bad thing in terms of getting misdemeanors in your 40s when you have kids. Like his recent one where he initiated a physical altercation with a security guard in Vegas. Taporia said he met Conor McGregor in the past and he had a terrible energy. I swear I felt like his aura came from hell. I felt like I want to be away from this dude. He has black energy. I never felt like that before. Which sounds a little bit ironic because he modeled his career after Conor McGregor. But I guess his argument is he respected what Conor was, but not what he became. Conor might be doing a religious rebranding. As far as fighting goes, he wants to box one of the Pauls in India next year. UFC flyweight Ronaldo Rodriguez will be cornering Jose Torres in Ryzen on New Year's Eve.
Chale, banda, yo pensé que ya nunca iba yo a volver a hacer esto, pero lo que hace uno por los amigos, ¿verdad?
It's the hard part about being in my corner. When I dye my hair purple and you bring up the idea of like, maybe I should dye my hair purple.
No, it's Pikachu, it's Gengar. Oh, that's awesome.
Mike is next.
Kyoji Horiguchi fighting Tuesday in Ryzen against Zulu. He still has aspirations of coming back to the UFC. He fought for the belt there in the past. He may have become champion if it wasn't for Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, but a lot of guys could say that, like for example John Dodson and Joseph Benavidez. That Ryzen Decade card has 14 fights and it's going to be an all-day event. Brian Kelleher says, sign the contract onto the next chapter. He was removed from the UFC roster in October. He lost his last fight in the UFC in July against Cody Gibson. Makwan Amirkhani makes way for his fight with Fernando Flores on Saturday in Finland. It's at a catch weight of 150 pounds. Kendo Fight Night, February 8th in Temecula, California. Austin Bashi fighting at the next UFC. He also has a cousin who fights Carlo Bashi, and he just got to fight February 1st. He tells me, I think my opponent's got good stand-up, but with my pressure just like Austin, at some point everyone ends up breaking it. With Austin's debut, I think it's a great matchup to show the world he's there and ready to go. Puna Soriano fighting at the next UFC card, Jan 11th against Uros Medic. Puna beat Miguel Baeza in his last fight. His plus 137 significant strike differential is a new single fight UFC welterweight record, and his total strike differential of plus 309 is the largest in 3-round UFC history. Buchecha is a free agent. The UFC may consider signing him, even though he's primarily just a BJJ practitioner. The UFC heavyweight division is pretty accepting of anyone. You had Greg Hardy in there in the past, Robles to Spain, who had 0 takedown Ds, 0 ground game. So Buchecha could probably get signed and do okay in one of the weakest divisions in the organization. Only loss of Buchecha's MMA career is against the current one championship champion Rug, who won a decision over Buchecha. Mayra Bueno Silva training for a fight with Jasmine Jasdavicius February 1st in Saudi Arabia. Sean Doherty also debuted at the age of 18 at UFC 2 versus Scott Morris. Yes, thank you. Doherty, Lozon, and Rosas Jr. debuted at 18. Vitor Belfort, Sage Northcutt debuted at 19. Alice Pereira will also debut at 19 next year when she makes her UFC bantamweight debut. Former UFC heavyweight Andre the Chief Roberts, who competed at UFC 17, 19, and 21, now coaches a junior high girls wrestling team at the Meskwaki Settlement in Iowa. Bellator Dubai adds Ibrahimov versus Kenny Black Diamond Moko Noana. Black Diamond tells me he got his nickname from an old coach. Before every fight, he'd say to me, "Pressure makes diamonds." He wanted to name me Diamond, but Dustin already took that, so he said, "You're the Black Diamond then."